Listeners beware. There's no turning back now. You've entered the Horropocalypse Podcast.
Hey everybody, we are back. Welcome back to the Horropocalypse. We are, well, at least I'm so excited to finally be back. It has been months, and it has, as I mentioned before, it has all been my fault. Moved in October. We started prepping for the move before then. We finally got the move done, and it's just been problem after problem after problem. But we're back. We're going to start making the time here, definitely. But just to kind of give you an idea what this episode is, you're going to see it here on Facebook Live. You're going to get the recorded version later on wherever you listen to your podcasts at. This is more of a, we're back, folks. This is what we're going to be doing, kind of lay out an idea of what to expect in the this coming year, and to kind of give you a recap on what we've been doing, why we've been away, and so on. So as I mentioned on the post, you're probably only going to get about half of the feed here on Facebook, because you're going to see me, you're going to hear me, but I have Chris on the phone, so you probably won't see Chris unless he says something on the video.
I'm saying absolutely nothing. This is all you.
I see Chris has joined us on the video, so we're good.
Yeah, I'm trying to mute everything.
This coming year.
Mute. I said mute. Mute. There we go. You're muted.
Glad I got to hear myself from a minute ago.
Yeah, it's a little behind. I don't know why they call this live. It's not really live.
Right. No, anyway, guys, we're going to go through a little bit of a rebranding here pretty soon. We're going to stay the ever-popular Horropocalypse Podcast, but, yeah, popular. But,
hey, we got 2 people now.
We're kind of, yeah. We're going to have a great new tagline. We're all about her. H-E-R. We also have a spokesmodel, by the way, which I don't think I've told Chris about this yet. But we have a really beautiful spokesmodel. Her and her husband will be modeling some of our clothing and hats and so on pretty soon, once I can put together a care package and send that off to them to, well, model for us. But we're going to use her. She's already agreed that we can use her pictures in promotions, things like that. And the tagline of "We're all about her" is going to be very misleading, and that's kind of what we're going for. We will not be about her, the model. We're going to be about her horror entertainment reviews. So she's going to be kind of our spokesman for that.
It's a catchy acronym.
It is. I'm very happy about it, because we're going to get a lot of those feminists out there listening to us as well. So, yay.
They're going to be very disappointed, just like everybody else. They're going to be very disappointed.
Well, yeah, everybody that listens to our show, very disappointed.
Incredibly.
But anyway, guys, we, as you see, the wall of movies behind me has grown. This is right about here. I can't do this backwards. All right, right about here is about one segment. I actually have 3 of these more. It has grown since I've moved. I did not anticipate that. So we're going to have tons of stuff to review, tons of stuff to discuss. I think our first episode back, we owe a Patreon out there. So we're going to have to watch and review this Patreon really quick. And just so Robbie knows that his money didn't go to waste. So.
Oh, no, it went to waste.
Actually, it went right back into his podcast, because I support his podcast too. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming on the horizon. I've got a great new gaming setup now, which you can kind of see on the side here, over here. With Twitch, we've got a great new streaming camera that we're going to be utilizing here pretty soon. Not on this particular video, but coming soon we're going to be using it. So we're going to actually start doing a lot more horror games. We've got a great setup with that we can do. I've got had a couple of books come in that I can't wait to read and talk to you all about. Continuing with those Patreon reviews. Chris said he's got a segment he's going to be bringing up. So unfortunately, I'm going to have Chris talk about it now, but you're going to have to listen to it on wherever you listen to your podcasts to actually hear what he's saying. So Go right ahead, Chris. What's that segment you were talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just got here, and I'm not even sure where it is I'm at. No, so I have some people up here in the wonderful state of Massachusetts want to get in on some of the action. They've been listening for a bit, and they say, "Hey, that looks like fun." So pretty much giving them a shot. Said, "Okay, you guys pick a movie, and we'll go ahead and review it." So so far as of right,
tell us what fantastic horror movie did they pick?
oh, it is the scariest movie you've ever seen. It's going to be Mallrats, unless he changes his mind. He figured that would be his first because he's like, well, you know, I'm going to be invited back, right? And I said, hey, let's get through the first one, shall we? So, Kevin, I know you're probably listening. If not today, then you'll hear this. So if you want to go with Mallrats, that's fine. But there could be some changes to that. And another gentleman actually wants to get in on something that'll probably just be a one-time thing. And he wants to talk about his favorite horror movies, and those would be the Human Centipedes. He absolutely loves the Human Centipedes.
Human Centipede.
Yeah.
That's first. Let me give a quick shout out. Hey, Patricio, thanks for stopping in and saying hi. How you doing, bud? The Human Centipede movies. I love the first one was pretty decent.
That's the only one I've seen.
You haven't seen the black and white one with the little roly-poly guy?
No, but I met him at a convention, and he actually has that accent. That's I thought that was hysterical. Yeah. He actually showed up to the convention. I should probably post a picture up somewhere, but he showed up to the convention wearing what he wore in that movie. It was all like a white jacket, all blood all over it and everything. He was really into his character.
Was he naked under the jacket too?
It looked like he may have been. No, he wasn't naked under the jacket.
All right. Well, hey, we just got a few more people popping in. Hey, guys, thanks for stopping in. We're up to 5 viewers right now.
Speaking of Kevin, look who just joined.
Uh-oh. Oh, Kevin's here?
That would be Kevin. That would be the Mallrats guy.
The Mallrats guy.
Mallrats guy.
All right. Hey, Kevin, say hi. So anyway, guys, those of you that are just popping in, like I said at the beginning of the video, we are broadcasting on Facebook Live. We're also going to be releasing this audio track almost immediately at the end, but you're only getting half the conversation right now. You're only going to get me because Chris is too poor to have a camera. So hopefully at some point in time, we can join all together.
Hey, you're going to need to say this out loud. Say, Kevin, I hear you have a question.
Kevin, I hear you have a question. Feel free to type it in there. And since there's about a 3.5 minute delay, we'll wait.
It does seem to be a 3.5 minute delay. It is. Every time you say something and you move, it's like that Ring movie. You know, the whole stutter shot. That's kind of what it looks like to me right now. I'm not sure if it's my connection or yours.
You hated that in
what
was the House on Haunted Hill? Wasn't it?
Yeah. I hate that kind of shot in general. We've covered that one before. That's I don't like that. It freaks me out.
Well, a couple of other things, guys, that we're going to be going over. We have a lot of movies to review on the horizon. Unfortunately, I'm still in that collectors group, so I'm still buying tons of movies, and I'm just playing catch up right now. But we're going to have tons of movies to discuss. We're going to have tons of games to play out there for you guys on Twitch. Kevin, we still haven't gotten your question, man. What's going on? And that's pretty much about it. We're just We've got a lot to do. We've got a few episodes that we recorded last year that we never got around to editing and releasing, so hopefully we can get those out pretty soon for you as well.
One of them is absolutely horrible.
Oh, yeah. I may actually not even release those. I'll have to see when I listen to the editing.
I had a medical emergency in the middle of one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. But no, we've got tons of great stuff, man. I'm really excited. But let's talk about a couple other things, like we used to do. What movies have you seen since the last time we recorded an episode?
I have seen quite a few. Oddly enough, because we were gone and we watched all those movies through October. We watched all the 31 movies, 31 horror movies of Halloween, all the sequels. So those are down on the list of things I watched. Some of them I've seen for the first time. Some of them were not the first time. Some of them were horrible, and some of them were, hey, I love those movies, like Hellraiser 2 and Ghoulies 2. You know, movies that I was like,
just-
I forgot about that. I enjoyed it.
Just between October and December alone, our 31 Days of Halloween and our 31 Days of Christmas Terror, there were 62 movies we watched right there, and plus a couple of bonus movies in between. So just in those 2 months, we watched a ton of movies.
That it still is a lot of hours, like a lot of hours.
Not to mention all the Thanksgiving horror movies we watched through November as well.
You know, I still have yet to see Thanksgiving, and
Really?
yeah, it's on my list. I never get around to it. I don't know why. It's
You know, you want to see the best Thanksgiving horror movie. Let me see if I can grab it.
okay. While you're grabbing that, we did recently just watch Scary Movies That Tell in the Dark, and it was right after she actually went and read everything, so I was able to turn to her and say, "Hey, did that happen? Did that happen? Did that happen?" She looked very confused through a good chunk of it, and I kept turning to her, going, "Is this not how it is in the stories you read?" Apparently, there's there's no narrative. There's no like backstory to bring everything together. Each one's just a story. So I went, "Oh, okay. I didn't realize that." The movie was okay. I thought, you know, it wasn't the best thing I've ever seen. It's got that kid from the Progressive commercial in it, though. The one who gets the beige Betty car. You know which commercial I'm talking about, right?
Brown Betty?
No, beige Betty.
Brown Betty?
Beige Betty?
Beige Betty? That was Brown Betty.
No, beige.
Either way, it was a car he didn't want.
Excuse me. That's accurate. It was a car I didn't want. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All I could think of, and everything else I saw. You know, of course, we'll touch base on it at some point in time. We don't have to talk about it now, but all the CW shows and the Crisis episodes and the end of Arrow.
Oh, man. I actually just finished watching, I think, day before yesterday. We waited till they were all out and watched them in a row. And I was a Crisis on Infinite Earths. I was a little I was disappointed in the story arc, but I loved all the little Easter eggs and all the little things that they hid in there. Like the guy that comes up to him and says, you know, looking for their autograph, Flash and Supergirl.
Yep.
And he's like, "My name's Marv." His real name is Marv, and he was the one who actually wrote the Crisis story arc back in the 80s for the comics. So that was little Easter eggs like that were really fun.
That and all the people who came in to do it. I mean, that was a lot of fun too. Some people that I had no idea. What's up?
Mike Jerome is asking what shirt I'm wearing. So this is going to be a Facebook Live exclusive. Let me go ahead and show you. I don't know if you can see that, Mike.
Move a lot slower, I think, is probably going to be the best bet.
It's a little tight where I'm at because I've got these things right behind me. I'm thinking I may end up having to move my desk that way about 6 inches. I just have to see how that's going to affect my gaming tower down here.
So since you're showing off your shirt, you are wearing pants, right?
No, that's why I didn't stand all the way up.
Oh, fair enough. Thank you for that. That would completely change our rating.
Right, exactly. Now, what happened to Kevin? Did he take off?
I don't know. It looks like he may have. I think he's probably waiting for me to respond to him on Facebook Messenger, where he sent me the message from. But talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Mike. I love this shirt. I actually have a pair of swim trunks with this logo on it. I have a pair of cotton shorts for, like lounging around the house with this on it. I've got my statue, my ring, my certificate. I've got everything, man.
What logo is that, by the way? Because I wasn't looking. I didn't see it at all.
It's the logo for Satan.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
nifty.
It's got the goat head, the inverted cross on its forehead, the 666, all that. So
nifty. Speaking of Satan, did you watch the last episode of Arrow yet? Which has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, no, I did not. Sorry, I was thinking still on Crisis. I have not watched the last episode of Arrow.
I just watched it maybe about an hour before we're starting this right now, and I teared up a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Arrow started the whole thing, so I was a little sad to see it go. I want to see what it is they're going to do now that technically the daughter is still around, and you do have the legends who travel through time, so we'll probably see the daughter again, I would think. But it's kind of sad to see Amell and the team go. There is a huge spoiler, so keep away from the internet if you haven't watched it yet. It's towards the end. That's all I'm going to say, and it's everything everyone kind of assumed was going to happen at some point in time, and I got excited when I saw it.
What I was kind of hoping, and this is based off what I've seen on Crisis of Infinite Earths, is I would love to see him actually as a Spectre, and do a whole TV series around him as Spectre. That's what they were leading up to in Constantine. Anyway.
Yeah, I remember that.
So,
and Constantine he did not get a fair trial, basically. I don't think. He was on the wrong network. He never should have been on NBC. He should have been on CW from the start. If he was on CW from the start, he'd still have a show today. I guarantee it. He's perfect for that role. That guy is awesome.
Yes, I agree.
But that's about it for me. What about you? What's been keeping you entertained, sir?
Well, as you see, I have also done a lot of.
Sorry,
I've done a lot of watching.
Constantine just popped up.
Yeah, exactly. Like we talked about, at least 60-something movies, probably closer to 100 over the time that we've been on hiatus. Moving, our new house has a pool, so I'm really enjoying the pool every so often. I've built this sweet ass hell gaming setup. So I've gotten back into playing World of Warcraft. Classic. I went back to Classic, which, speaking of which, Mike Jerome being here, he's the one who got me into World of Warcraft like 13, 14 years ago. So I'm still keeping the addiction strong, Mike. I still got it. And I rolled for my first time ever. I rolled a mage. So I'm actually running around playing a caster, which is very strange, but I'm loving it. And let me see. I think. Oh, Mike just commented that it's a good thing the camera isn't two-way because he's taking a really big nasty shit. So thank you, Mike. Really appreciate that. Good to know you take us with you.
Oh, God. I would agree with that. And it's actually really good that you're only getting the one camera view and not the two, because no one really wants to see what's going on over here right now. At all.
Oh, you know what? As I did see and that we were going to talk about, which is, again, it's going to be kind of hard for these folks only getting half the conversation, but Picard.
Yeah. I haven't seen
it so far.
Oh, freaking yay! Freaking absolutely yay! I haven't watched the second episode yet. I know it was just on last night. Excuse me. So I haven't watched it yet. Have you seen episode 2 yet or no?
I have.
You have, okay. So since you're a little ahead, you say hold on.
No, I said yeah.
Okay. Since you're a little bit ahead, what do you think so far? Now you've got 2 episodes under your belt.
I think. And actually, Brian, quite possibly. Which ones do you want to see? I can show you the covers. Let's see. I would probably say 2 episodes in, it's really good so far. I don't think Patrick Stewart is too old. I think it's got a great storyline. There's some great new little nuances that they're bringing in, bringing back the Romulans.
It's Romulan heavy.
Tal Shiar.
Yeah,
the Tal Shiar that we talked or we knew about back from TNG and all that.
Yep.
Forget them. They're nothing. There's a whole new one.
There's a whole new, like a whole new sect of Romulans.
Yes. Yeah, and it's fantastic. I really love it. The little cameos here and there are fun. They're really fun. And I mean, we haven't gotten any major ones yet, other than Brent Spiner.
Yeah.
But there's a couple coming, and I think it looks great. I actually cannot wait to see more.
Were there any in episode 2?
Yeah. Keep an eye out. You'll see them
on the Fed side or on the Romulan side, or just general
on the Fed side.
On the Fed side, cool.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. To see that they're continuing from the story that they left off in Nemesis, essentially, with the Romulans coming, basically coming into the Federation, and everything just going downhill from there. I mean, I like continuations. I do. I'm not gonna lie. And
Yeah.
and him walking away from Starfleet and how pissed off he was, even just talking about it. It was good. It was damn good.
Actually, you know what? Hold on. I do have one of your movies that's probably one of my favorite movies on here, Brian. 1 second. Let me... Those of you that see him in the chat, Brian is producer of this movie, this great movie right here. Everybody say hi. And,
Hi, Brian.
Brian, I think... Brian, I think this is probably my favorite one of your movies. I love werewolves, and this is just fantastic. Love it.
I have a little bit of a lag, so I'm waiting for you to hold it up. There we go. Dog Soldiers? Am I seeing that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How many movies does Brian have under his belt?
Oh, quite a few. I would say producer, double digits.
Really?
Yeah. Forgive me, Brian. You'd be able to answer how many more you have under your belt a little better than I would, but I want to say at least 10. He's got at least 10 movies under his belt.
Own production company, or is he working off somebody else?
No, himself. Producer.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, while you're here, I mean, we've got 4 of you, technically 3, because one of them is Chris. Any questions you want to ask us out there?
Is Kevin?
Now we have to wait for that to actually go through.
I'm gonna say, is Kevin back?
I don't know. Actually, I don't see who's in there. Just that I have 4 watchers.
Four. It doesn't give you the names. You can't see who's in there.
I can't see the names. No, not unless they comment when they come in. But
Oh, okay. I'm learning something about Facebook Live. I literally have used Facebook Live for 5 seconds, like 2 years ago. So, and I don't even think it's there anymore.
we did the. Oh no, we did a different way. We did the recording the answers and then uploading them to the questions.
Yeah, correct. That was getting. Maybe that's a good idea for future. Is get some questions ahead of time. this way we're not waiting on the 3 people watching.
Oh, we're up to 5 people watching now. So.
Oh no, it went that one.
Anyway, guys, just wanted to let you know, we've got all this great stuff coming. Lots of great movies on the horizon. If there's any that you want to see, don't forget, head on over to Patreon. You can follow us on Patreon. Exclusive content for as little as $1 a month, which we actually get to start recording more exclusive content. But you can get bracelets, T-shirts, hats, all kinds of cool stuff from us there as well. You can also pick movies for us to watch, which is where a lot of people seem to feel the need to torture us.
That's accurate.
And as one of the podcasters on another podcast I listen to, Soju, as he once said, he just threw us under the bus. You torture us, we fuck you. That's it. We're just gonna roast you and burn you and take your money and laugh at you in the meantime.
I'm really glad that's what you meant by that, because I was like, that's just a lot of condoms.
Well, depending on how much they want to charge. Who's going to want this coming to them anyway? So
Yeah, that's a good point.
Fuck you, Chris.
Hey, I paid my money. I'm allowed. No, I didn't pay anything. Who am I kidding? I may even donate to Patreon to get us to watch a horrible movie.
Ooh, what movie?
I don't know. I got to pick one. But when I find that horrible movie...
You don't have to donate. We run this podcast. We can watch whatever frickin' movie we want to watch.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good point. You get nothing then, except my gratitude. Ooh. Speaking of movies, by the way, your favorite actor in the whole world is in a movie that's out right now.
My favorite actor,
Finn Wolfhard.
Oh.
So not going to see The Turning, I'm guessing?
Oh, I'll still see The Turning. But I mean, you can ask Rita. Every time that commercial comes on, I'm like, fucking Finn Wolfhard. God damn it. I can't stand him.
I can't wait till Ghostbusters come out. It's going to be great. It's going to be so great.
No, it's not.
Oh, it will be, though.
Well, I think Ghostbusters will be a fun movie to watch,
Yep.
but I'm not getting in on the hype. Because I'm going to tell you right now, all these cameos, they're going to be either minuscule flashbacks or it's going to be something at the very end where maybe it's their ghosts that appear, but it's not going to be what we think it's going to be.
You know what? I think I'm okay with that, to be honest. I'm okay with flashbacks because we don't know what's been going on with them for the past, oh God, how long has it been? When was the last movie? 89?
Yeah, at least 20 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't know what's been going on with Ghostbusters since then. We don't know when they decided to pack it all up and Egon moved to, was it Oklahoma? Something like that? Whatever city, whatever state they're supposed to be in. We have no idea of any of this. We don't know when he had kids. We don't know when they had kids. We don't know anything. So I'm interested to see whatever it is that they give us. As long as it doesn't involve Kristen Wiig and the other one I can't think of name. I probably blocked that out of my head.
I thought you liked that movie.
I did not like that movie. I tolerated that movie, and there were some scenes I liked. And I'm a big fan of. Oh God, I always forget. I'm horrible with names. Not Kristen Wiig, not the one from not King of Queens. The other show. The one from SNL. The blonde from SNL. You know who I'm talking about?
Melissa McCarthy?
No, not her. No, the blonde from SNL.
Kristen Wiig?
Nope. The other one.
Kate McKinnon?
Thank you, Kate McKinnon. She was the best thing about that movie. Kate McKinnon, hands down, she was the best thing. If it wasn't for her, I think the movie would be unwatchable.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
If you're gonna watch it, watch the extended version because at least you get a little bit more, and it's a little bit of a better movie that way. But outside of that, it's whatever, whatever.
To the people listening, I know Devil Bunny has seen it, but has anyone else seen the new the all-female cast Ghostbusters?
As all the groups call it, Ghostbusters Answer the Call.
Answer the Call.
Yeah, that's the tagline. For some reason, they put the tagline into the title when they talk about it in all the groups and stuff like that. They either refer to it as the 2016
like a very sexist title.
What? Answer the Call? Yeah. How do you find that sexist?
Well, that women can only answer phones and do secretarial type duties. What are you laughing at? It's a very sexist title.
I don't think that's what they meant by it, to be honest. I'm just guessing at that one, but I don't think that's what they meant.
In case you guys don't know, we are not a very politically correct podcast.
As a matter of fact, we're a political, non-existent podcast.
Well, like I said, I already have a gag order on me, and I have 2 copyright infringements on me.
I don't think you're allowed to say you have a gag order. That's the purpose of a gag order.
No, I just can't say what the gag order is about.
Oh, okay. All right. Just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking. I want to make sure you don't have to bleep yourself out later.
Bleep this.
Oh, you got one of those buttons? Bleep. Bleep.
I do.
Speaking of bleep, and what do you think of the end of Crisis? Like the very last few scenes? Because I'll tell you right off the bat, I smiled and I couldn't stop laughing. Like I was so happy, I was laughing out loud.
I'm sorry, I missed your question. I was actually looking at Brian's comment.
Oh, God damn it! I said the end scene of Crisis.
The end scene of Crisis.
Yeah, when they're all sitting around the table, and you start hearing the monkey, and it takes you out to go see what the monkey is. But the music that they're playing from the Super Friends, kicks in. Then you see the Hall of Justice outside. I'll say it again because you weren't paying attention. I had a huge smile on my face, and I was just laughing because I was so happy to see it. I don't know why. I think it was because it was a huge surprise, and it just made me happy. But
Yeah.
I ended up rewinding it, watching it 3 times.
Yeah, I was very happy to see the Super Friends reference at the end there, which we kind of knew something was going to be coming. They always do something like that with these crossovers.
Yeah, they give you something.
Which, speaking of these crossovers, by the way, I was so happy to see Black Lightning in this crossover.
I know,
Very
right?
happy to see him.
Not only him,
Especially
but
since...
oh, go ahead, sir.
No, I was going to say, especially since they said from the beginning that he was not necessarily part of this whole DC TVU. So he was going to be kind of his own separate thing. He wasn't going to do anything with these crossovers. And then lo and behold, here he is.
Yep.
It was a nice surprise.
Yep, I really enjoy that, and I'm happy that they're bringing him into the fold because, I mean, Black Lightning's one of them. You know, he is. He deserves to be there. You know, so bringing him in is a great idea. But the other one that took me for a loop, but I didn't expect, Lucifer. I did not expect Lucifer at all. I was like, holy shit.
Yes.
That was great. That was so great. I mean, I just finished watching that last season on Netflix too, so I was already like in Lucifer frame of mind. So when he popped up, I was like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, as a Satanist, I was extremely giddy the whole time he was on screen.
Oh, I know.
I love his representation of that character.
I know, he's great.
And yeah. As soon as they're talking about, I know somebody, and he knocks on the door, and I'm like, wait a minute, something. This is leading up to something.
Yep.
And then Lucifer opens the door, and I'm like, oh my god, it's him.
That was great.
I loved it.
That was great. Starting the whole thing with Burt Ward and what's his name, Knox from the '89 Batman movie. I can't remember the actor's name. That I didn't expect him. I knew Burt Ward was going to be in it, but I didn't know he was going to be in it. So the fact that we saw him, I was like, whoa, that's awesome. That was cool.
Yeah. Well, that goes right along with what I said in the beginning. There were so many little cameos and little hints, and it was just a fantastic. I think this was very well done. The story and everything was definitely lacking. It wasn't a great series, but the little things like that helped make it fun and enjoyable.
Absolutely.
So I did like that.
My one, if I have to give a complaint about anything in all the episodes, I have one complaint. I finally get to see, and we all get to see, I shouldn't say like it's mine, but we finally get to see, oh God, his name went right out of my head, Kevin Conroy, playing Bruce Wayne. Live action, playing Bruce Wayne, playing his character.
Yeah.
And then they make him an evil prick. And that, I was like, really, come on. That's the only thing that really upset me about it. You didn't have to do that. You did not have to do that.
No, I liked that. I didn't mind Kevin Conroy being evil. I didn't mind that at all.
I totally minded that. Because
my issue...
That's not the image I have in my head when I think of Batman and Kevin Conroy. That's why.
Well, my issue is I don't have an image. I can't see Kevin Conroy playing Batman. If I close my eyes, I can kind of envision what I think he should look like. But when you actually see him there, he just doesn't fit the bill.
I think that's why they just kept him as Bruce Wayne and kept him just in like a room with all the gear on him. So this way you didn't have to really kind of imagine what he looks like in a bat suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
And I love how when he's walking, the first time you see him and he's walking out, he's got these very deliberate type movements.
Yep.
And then when he meets up with them and he's taking her into the library, suddenly he's just walking like ching 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 ching. Good God, man! And then later on, he's back to that. It was annoying.
And wasn't that suit powered by kryptonite or something like that? If I remember right,
it had kryptonite in it. I don't know if it was powered by kryptonite, but it did have kryptonite in it, thanks to Luthor.
And speaking of Luthor, by the way, I got to say, the first time they said, what's his name was going to be playing Lex Luthor, because again, I'm horrible with names again. We'll just call him Four Eyes or whatever from Hot Shots. Excuse me. Whatever the hell his name is, playing Lex Luthor. I was a little...
Ducky,
thank you. I was a little, like, I don't know how well he's going to do. I can't picture it in my head. But man, is he good. He is really, really good. I really like his Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he's doing what I think. Sorry, I'm checking my bank account. Or not my bank account, my credit card. I just ordered a bunch of Valentine's Day stuff. I think he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to make you hate that character.
Oh, yeah.
You don't feel sympathy for him or anything like that, but he's making me hate him too much, because when he comes on the screen, I'm now thinking, oh, fuck him, get him out of here. You know, somebody fucking kill this guy. I don't want to see him as the villain anymore, because he's too evil. He's too bad.
You know, I can't agree with that. And the only reason why I can't agree is because when I see him pop up...
I can't agree with it. Fuck you, Chris.
No, the only reason why is because when he comes on screen, the only thing I think of is how is he going to try to fuck somebody up this time? What tricks he have up his sleeve this time? Every word that comes out of his mouth, I'm immediately thinking he's lying, and there's something behind everything he's saying. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I kind of like that. Well, what's he really mean? Type thing. Like the whole mystery of him. I enjoy it. But I can get your point of view too.
It's annoying. He's just an annoying character. Well, he's not an annoying character. He's playing the part really well to the point that I don't like the character.
That's funny though. That's interesting. I mean, it's kind of like the kid from Game of Thrones, the kid who played the king. That he was so good at being a prick that I can't even look at him.
Joffrey?
Yeah, Joffrey. I can't even look at him. I'm just like, that kid's a prick. Like, I don't want anything to do with that kid. If that kid walked up to me in the street, was on fire, I wouldn't piss on him. Like, just, no, you're a prick, man. Just get away. So.
That kid hasn't aged since Little House on the Prairie either.
Oh, God, same kid?
No. But anyway, guys, we're kind of going off on a tangent. You're just listening to Chris and I talk about our normal phone call type stuff right now. But we wanted to kind of bring you guys in. We wanted to get you, set you at ease and let you know that, hey, yeah, we are coming back. This is not our official comeback episode. This is sort of our episode to announce we're coming back. We should be back next week with our regular scheduled type episodes. Also, a little story that I wanted to make mention of to you. I told you I had some surprises for you, Chris. When I was at work the other day, I had somebody come in, and they were doing their business with me. And at the end, he kind of leans over my desk, and he goes, by the way, and I said, yeah? Is your podcast coming back? My son loves your podcast, and he just wants to make sure everything's okay. And I'm like, it kind of took me by surprise. I said, well, yeah, it's coming back. I said, as a matter of fact, we'll be releasing our first new episode February 1st. I said, tell him, listen, thank you very much. So that's the first one.
Okay.
The second one was we had somebody coming in on top of the many other things that were wrong with this place when we got it. None of the blinds really worked, so we went ahead and we replaced all the blinds in the house as well. Mm-hmm. And the guy that came out and was doing the blinds, Devil Bunny was walking around the house with him, showing him where all the blinds are going to go, all the rooms, all the things. And the guy gets into this room, the man cave, and he's kind of looking around. He's like, wow, this is an awesome room. And then he caught the banner that I have on the desk for Horropocalypse Podcast.
Yeah.
And I guess, according to Devil Bunny, he got kind of surprised and was like, wait, that's him? And I guess he listens to the show as well. So we actually have a lot more people out there listening than I know. So, and more than what our numbers actually show.
Yeah,
so,
no doubt. No doubt.
If that's the case, two things. One, Daniel from 3 Day Blinds, thank you so much, man. Thank you for listening. I told you we'd give you a shout out. So there you are. Thank you. Thank you. And then next up, guys, don't forget, rate, review, subscribe us on there. That helps us out. That helps us know who's listening. That helps us know. Patrick, sorry you got to go, bud. Or Brian, sorry you got to go. Love to do the show sometime. Don't forget my big announcement on Facebook on Sunday. We'll keep an eye out for that, Brian. Everybody, if you don't know who Brian O'Toole is, look into him. Fantastic producer. Some great movies out there like Atlas Shrugged, Dog Soldiers, all kinds of great stuff. Check him out. He's got a big announcement coming up on Sunday. Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack. He just made that announcement, so I wanted to help him out there.
Fair enough.
And if he wants to do the show, fantastic. We got another celebrity who wants to do the show. Woo! Where was I?
Something about anal sex.
Anal sex, yes. The anal sex is a little rough at the No, we weren't talking about that.
Oh, sorry. That's what I was thinking of.
Daniel from 3 Day Blinds. Oh, yeah. But we don't get a full gauge on how many ear holes we're penetrating. We don't get a full gauge on how many eyes we're molesting with our videos. So if you can rate, review, subscribe us wherever you listen, on every platform you listen to, that helps us out quite a bit. That kind of gives us an idea who's listening, what they want to hear, all that good stuff. So anyway, guys, this was sort of a comeback for us. Hopefully you tune in more. I would like to do this more often as well, where you get to see us on, or at least me on Facebook Live. Maybe next time we'll get Chris on Facebook Live for it. And it's just going to be great. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Thank you so much for everybody who inquired how we were doing, what was taking so long for us to come back. It shows you care, and I appreciate it. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Chris, do you want to type up anything for folks since they can't hear you?
You could just repeat it.
I'll repeat it.
You repeat it. Thank you very much for everything. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking with us, and looking forward to 2020 and bringing you some semi-decent things.
Chris says thank you. You'll have to actually listen to the audio on the podcast stream. But Chris does say thank you. He looks forward to doing a lot more with you guys as well. So thanks again, guys. Thank you so much for everybody who tuned in, who commented, who contributed. I'm giddy that Brian is in this conversation with us, man. I'm so happy. But anyway, guys, thank you so much, and we'll talk with you again soon.